David C. Bell has been called one of the last great civic leaders of Minneapolis.
David C. Bell followed his older brother John Bell to the Twin Cities from upstate New York in the mid-1880s, believe it or not, and started by working at his brother John's dry goods store.
As one of the early pioneers of the Minneapolis business community, David Bell contributed to the growth of the city through his many business ventures.
I think he would be real proud of the fact that 80 years after his passing, that he's being recognized as one of the founding fathers of Minneapolis, because he came here in the Minneapolis's infancy and helped start a number of various companies and nonprofits. So being recognized 80 years later, I think you'd think that's pretty neat that all the work that he did at that time actually paid off.
In 1880, Bell began originating mortgages in Minnesota and sold them to banks in New York. The business Bell began not only employed numerous Minnesotans, it also brought a significant amount of money and development into the area.
Well, I think initially, primarily starting the David C. Bell Investment Company in 1880 and managing that company for 50 to 60 years before he moved to California, building it to one of the largest, if not the largest, residential real estate company and mortgage banking or home finance company in that time. And then also the fact that he built a strong enough organization that it's still relevant in the Twin Cities today. He was one of the founders of the YMCAs here in the Twin Cities. He was the first president of the YMCA. He was a Hennepin County treasurer. He was on the Carleton Board of Trustees for 30 years.
The David C. Bell Company continued to flourish, weathering the Great Depression and 2 world wars, and embracing nearly 100 years of local development before its purchase in 1980 by Gary Kurt.
I honestly think his most significant contribution was his vision way back in 1880 of how important capital and financing is to developing real estate and to providing homeownership opportunities to home buyers. So way back in 1880, David C. Bell was making high-quality real estate mortgages to people in Minneapolis and then turning around and selling those loans to Eastern banks and insurance companies to kind of create a steady flow of capital to Minneapolis at a time when it was really in its formative years and capital was just crucial for its growth.
His inspiration to those that followed is still reflected in the organization's leadership.
Each generation of Bell management and leadership since David C. Bell passed away has really had a strong focus on ethics and a strong focus on giving back to their communities.
David's many contributions as a business and civic leader helped shape Minneapolis into the city it is today.
From all the research I've done on him, I think that he was a can-do kind of guy. He didn't talk the talk, he went out and did things. I think he would say, roll up your sleeves, get involved, learn the industry from the ground up, learn the industry from your customer's point of view, learn the industry from your support staff's point of view, so that you always know that what the expectation is to give outstanding customer service. So outside of that, I think treating people daily at every contact the way you don't always want to be treated it's called the golden rule for a reason. I think that is the primary way to be successful in real estate and in life, is just treat people the right way.
Please congratulate David C. Bell, award recipient of the 2012 Minnesota Real Estate Hall of Fame.